Previously, on Chosen Ones, the Hall of Fame proves to live up to the title, showcasing a variety of important people throughout the centuries. Carmentus, the first Chosen One, Leilani, the first Siren, King Larkspur, King of the Everlasting Heart, Libris, the mysterious Chosen Few mentor, and Nine, the leader and first member of the Sword Singer group of the same name. Going further into the museum, a darker history is revealed. The Hall of Infamy, with figures such as the fallen one Ambrose, the first tiefling who worshipped the Fae Lemony, which Brandy appears to react to here in the name. Aelia, the Darkborn Queen, a mysterious, blue-cloaked individual with a plague mask that Avath recognizes from his past. And the Plaguebringer, a tiefling with a striking resemblance to Brandy. Seeing the last figure, Brandy immediately becomes closed off and distant from the others, their tour coming to an end. They return to their hotel rooms, Avath and Shui relaxing and speculating about their forming friendship, while Brandy and Theo have a much more serious discussion. Brandy confirms that the statue was him, and that he was killed and brought back to life. The plague they claim the pale tieflings had was a false declaration, Brandy saying they were out for revenge and were aware of their actions. Despite many questions still being unanswered about the pale tieflings' distant past and resurrection, Theo comforts him and says he'll continue to stay by his side. As the two share an intimate moment, Brandy hears the voice of his patron saying they've made it to Act 2.
Just wanna be carefree lately, yeah. Just kicking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Counting like the four-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
So is there any last minute things that you guys want to do before you go to sleep?
Okay, Jay, on the count of three, let's say it together. 1, 2, 3. We want to go to church. What?
Oh,
what did you just say?
I forgot what it was.
What was that?
What did you
I just said gibberish because I didn't remember what it was, and I was hoping Zen would be louder than me.
I thought you said Moomin, and I was like,
I was like, what? What? You want to do what?
Zen, you weren't loud enough before.
I would say we're doing scenes that are going to be in the bedrooms.
Okay.
So nothing leaving, because it's almost nighttime. Church ain't open probably at like 10 p.m. at night, so.
They eat. They order food.
Oh yeah, they would order food.
You play with the fancy buzzer. It takes you a few times to figure out how it works, because you hit it and you just wait for people to show up, and you keep hitting it and someone just keeps going like, wait, stop, what do you want? As you're like hitting the sending buzzer.
Yeah, it's not working. Where's the food?
Vyeth puts his hand on the stone and is like, where's the beef?
Theo will want to cuddle with Brandy as they fall asleep.
There are 2 beds, and you chose to share one.
Look.
We pushed them together.
They're already huge.
They're already like king-size beds, so.
Exactly, so Theo's like...
We have a fucking emperor bed now.
Theo wants to cuddle with Brandy, like what is the problem?
They still manage to like fall into the crack though. Like roll over in the middle of the night and are like sinking into the
They
like,
didn't
middle.
do that. There's one bed and it's perfect size.
It is like, do not ruin my cuddle session.
Exactly. He was crying. They were both crying. They cuddle and cry, and then Theo falls asleep with tears on his face.
Eventually, Shui and Vyeth, they don't figure out the buzzer, but someone comes to the door to be like, stop, please, what do you want? Like,
Where's the beef?
Where's the beef?
that's the last thing that Brandy and Theo hear as they fall into slumber.
Just where's the beef over and over again.
But yeah, you guys get room service, which is, I'll say with 10 gold, it's like included in the in the fees. So it's not unlimited, but you get like a free meal with your room. That's not free, it's included in the price. But
But do they know who I am? Like,
oh yeah, so they don't give you anything because you have a mentor that's accused of murder. You're incredibly right, Zen. So you two also eventually settle down and go to sleep. I assume in separate beds. I sure hope none of you fall asleep in the fucking like little jacuzzi.
Via drowns.
No, he can swim. He can swim his full movement now, so he kind of like floats a little.
Perfect.
God.
Waterbed.
Waterbed, just in the water. Prunes up. Okay. So, you guys are all going to sleep, except for a certain someone.
Wonder who that could be. Yeah, Brandy's not sleeping. He's going to quietly lay Theo down in the bed and kill him. No, I'm just kidding.
He has to unhook Theo's vice grip as he's asleep.
Yeah, slowly like peels Theo off of him.
He keeps grabbing back on, too. Like
He replaces his body with like a large pillow in the room. He replaces his body with the other mattress.
No, Theo clutches that pillow and he squeezes it. It looks like to death if it was alive.
Yeah.
Brady's like, oh, thank God, I can live another day. No.
Yeah, but he will sneak out of the room and well, before he does, disguise self just in case, you know, anybody sees him in the street.
I will assume, for your sake, that you are disguised unless something happens, so.
Yeah. Whenever I'm out in the city, I'm just disguising self. Just to be safe, because, oh boy, that statue. Huh. Good thing I did it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he's gonna head out. It's like evening now, right? Like what time?
It's probably, by the time you guys went to bed, it's probably like 11 p.m.
Cool, perfect. Yeah, he's gonna head out of the inn, and head towards the docks.
They seem to be pretty deserted. Roll a perception check, though, as you are going up to these docks.
Ah, fuck. Ah, shit, they're gonna hurt me. Someone's gonna fucking rip my tail off. I don't know why that in particular. Fuck! There's a 9.
With a 9, you cannot determine exactly, like, what is being said, but in the far off distance, you just hear the sound of someone singing.
Those are the sirens, I assume. Gotcha. Cool. Brandy takes note of that and is gonna head to a dock away from that, as far away from that as he can get.
It's hard for you to determine where it's coming from with a 9.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, guess I'm just gonna pick a dock and pray then.
Let's say left, right, middle. There's several docks.
What's the closest to the inn?
Like the middle dock.
I'll go middle then, I guess. Fuck it.
Let me roll something. Okay, yeah, you go to that dock.
Cool, I go to that dock. And then looking out over the ocean, looking up at the moon. How big's the moon tonight?
It's not a full moon anymore, but it's pretty close.
Okay. So, remind me what he has to do. He has to say a secret and then...
Yeah, he has to whisper a secret and then make a religion check.
Oh boy. What is... Remind me the name of the town I grew up in? I don't think I've told anybody that.
You want the original name, or?
Yeah.
It was Folar.
Folar?
Folar.
He'll whisper that, and he's just like, I once lived in Folar before it changed. Let's go. Please don't fuck this up, Brandy.
The DC is pretty low right now.
Fuck me. That's a natural 1.
It sure is. So you go out on these docks to... there's no way I can justify a natural 1. You go out on these docks and you call out into the night, but you do not see Nather appear to take you into the keep, and you just hear that voice gradually growing louder.
Oh, don't like that. Well, Did Libra say we can only ever try once a night? Did she specify?
She did not specify, but I will tell you that is the conditions. If you fail, you have to wait another night.
Fuck me, I guess. Well, that was a short scene. He walks back. Walks on back home.
I'm sorry. It was not a high DC, but I cannot justify Nat 1 at all.
Yeah, I've been rolling garbage today.
So you go out to try and go to the keep, but are unsuccessful this evening. You can roll another perception check, though.
12. Oh my god, these rolls suck.
You can kind of see over towards the first docks. You see what appear to be tails, kind of a couple tails sticking out of the water, seem to be going towards the shore. And farther away from that, you see an even larger tail come out of the water and dip underneath, and that's all you can make out.
Like how large?
Like, I would say, if you had to estimate the size, probably in comparison, like, whale-sized.
Oh, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm out. No, I'm like, haha, hurrying the fuck up and getting out of there.
You go back to the inn.
Cool, good scene. I'm gonna go to bed.
And that completes the first night. So you have 2 more days here before the trial. And you all wake up the next morning.
Where's Brandy?
In the bed.
Theo wakes up, and then he doesn't get up. He just hugs Brandy.
Yeah, he's asleep for a while, too.
Rashuvi gets up. He's feeling good, I guess. He's feeling really good. Because, hometown. Had a really nice night because bed, in this really fancy hotel room. Ate lots of good food, I'm sure. So he had a really good night, and he's feeling good this morning. He's going to work out some before meeting up with Brandy and Theo.
That reminds me, after a while, and if Brandy's still asleep, Theo will order a very nice breakfast for himself and Brandy for when Brandy wakes up.
Okay, yeah, and I did specify that you only had 1 free meal per day, so that since you guys, this is your beginning of the day, just remember that would have counted. So if you eat again here, you'll have to pay.
Well, I think Theo would still do this, considering how the night before went.
Brandy will eventually awake them. And just be like, morning.
Good morning. I got us breakfast.
You didn't have to do that.
Well, I mean, a free meal a day,
Yeah, I guess so.
Theo smiles and brings Brandy a plate of the things that they got. I would say, because this is like Theo's go-to, is probably like a big stack of pancakes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So then, TBH, breakfast in bed, pretty good. So Theo does it.
Pretty good. Hell yeah.
Okay, you guys have breakfast in bed.
Go to church.
Were you guys going to meet up as a party to discuss your ideas or plans for the day?
Probably.
After church.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so Viath will just shout through the door like, Shui and I are gonna go out on the town,
Gonna have a wild town church morning.
Yeah, it's like, but we would like to meet you later today. Where do you want to meet?
I like to imagine that Theo and Brandy are like having a quiet breakfast on the bed, and then suddenly a booming voice, and they both flinch in their food.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Brandy almost like jumps out of his fucking skin when he hears a
I feel
shout.
like it's funny because I feel like all the other people in this hotel probably did the same thing.
Yeah. It was like, what the fuck?
Viath starts shouting through the door, and you all just hear like plates crashing into the floor.
Brandy sees Theo put like a hand over his heart and just like,
Yeah. Remind me, who's the Twinkle of Twilight? Who the fuck is that?
Twinkle of Twilight are they're considered like the 3 most powerful gods. So it is Dara of the New Moon.
We met Dara, right?
You
Yeah.
did. You met her in cow form.
Grandmom.
Grandmama.
Solari. She doesn't have an extended title. Just Solari, the sun goddess, and Winona, the moon spirit.
I mean, if y'all are if you're willing to wait a little bit, I might be interested in joining you.
Sure, I wouldn't mind waiting. More time to read my Bible. stomps
All right.
over to his room.
You would know, being in Dendara, that most churches of the most Twinkle of Twilight churches do tend to have a focus on her here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You're going to the church? He looks at Brandy.
Yeah, I was trying to go to Jackrabbit Keep last night, and didn't have much luck.
Oh?
Maybe if I get in a good word with Dara, I might be able to have a better shot.
Oh, okay. I'll go with you guys. I don't really... Religion's never had much interest from me.
I mean, same. Until recently, I suppose.
Same.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, same, and Vi's like, I love God. No.
Dara said something that's been weighing on my mind lately, and then the mention of Lemony when we were there the other day also brought up some questions that I want to clear up, I guess.
Oh. What did Dara say that was on your mind?
Was it? No, it wasn't Dara. It was the Magic Man, right?
What was it?
That said Brandy was wanted by a lot of gods.
Yes, it was the Magic Man.
Oh yeah, then scratch that. He said, he would then say like,
No, my patron told me that I was particularly sought after by a number of gods, I guess, and I want to see if I can clear that up.
Do you think it... probably has to do with what I suppose was your, resurrection?
I don't know. From what I understand, it might have been from before that, which raises even more questions.
Oh. Well, keep me updated if you want.
Yeah, no, trust me, I'm gonna keep you pretty updated on all this.
Theo looks relieved, and he's like, good, I'm very glad to know, these things.
Yeah, to be honest, I wouldn't mind if you or even Chewie and Aviath wanted to come along with. Might be safer that way, given last time we went that black goat stepped in our way. I don't think it can do anything, but it's still kind of worrisome. That is, if you all want to, come along with me.
I'd love to be there for you.
he gives a smile.
It's intimidating, of course,
Yeah.
meeting very powerful beings up there, but I will go to Jackrabbit's Keep again if that's what you want to do.
I just need some answers. I just don't know enough about my situation yet. And I feel like it's important that I learn everything that I can, I guess.
Right. Well, again, I'll be there for you every step of the way that I can.
He will grab Theo's hand and squeeze it when he says that.
Squeezes back with a smile. It looks a little, I guess tired is a good way to put it.
Valid.
You all eventually journey to the church.
How'd y'all sleep?
Slept well, slept like a log.
We ate so much good food last night.
Yeah, we had some of the hotel's food this morning.
And we had the best bath ever.
Oh, I should have partaken in that.
Are you feeling okay, Brandy?
Brandy zones out for a second at that, but then when he's
Stop!
calm to attention, he's like,
Yeah, I'm doing alright. Hey, you reminded me though. I was thinking about going back to Jackrabbit's Keep if y'all want to come along. I was thinking about doing it tonight, actually.
Really?
I'm always interested, but why exactly there?
I had a talk with my patron during the training that Estel did for me. He said that I was a hot ticket item, I guess would be the best phrase that I could describe it as. A bunch of gods apparently wanted to get their hands on me, and I want to see if I can clear some of that up.
Oh, I have some of these. And he pulls out some poppers. Master Peter's patron really likes them, so maybe yours will too.
Yeah, he's kind of the showy type. He might, appreciate that.
Okay, one for you, and then one for me.
Great. I have the same patron. No, I'm just kidding.
So you guys approach the church, and the Twinkle of Twilight, this specific church, at least in this city, is a big half dome, a big white half dome, kind of just in the center of the city. With this, to enter it, it's got like spots on it, kind of like the craters in the moon. And so to enter it, you just approach one of those craters, and it kind of like deepens and extends for you to go forward before it kind of like dissipates around you, and the circle reforms.
Ew, fancy.
And you walk in, and there's people around praying. And it's pretty clear to you, based on who's going up to who, and having talks and conversations, that for you to find the high priestess, or to indicate who the high priestess is, you see this woman.
Ooh, I love her, my ass.
Appears to be a soul folk with a half mask, with a moon with a star within it on the top, and dressed in all blue robes with a brown braid that extends out from inside the robe.
I'll go up to her.
Hello.
Howdy.
Have you come to pray?
Yeah, how do I'm not exactly, knowledgeable on, the religious, stuff. How does one, pray to Dara?
Hold on, I have notes.
Are you new to this, or?
No.
Seems weird that you're the high priestess if you need to read notes.
So you would know, being inside here, that there are also these like small ponds that are kind of decorated around. And she kind of approaches you, and she's just like, may I just cast something really fast?
What?
Just a simple spell to help you pray.
What is it?
To pray to Dara, you have to be on a body of water, and it would be helpful if you could stand on it.
Sure.
And she comes up, and she kind of like lightly touches you, and a little bit of a glow comes out as she does so, and she casts Water Walk, and she extends that casting to fit everyone. So,
how long does that last?
24 hours, bitch.
Yeah, 24 hours.
Jeez.
Oh my god, I'm gonna run to the ship.
We literally could. Oh, that's so good. Let's go! Let's fucking go!
We come here to quote unquote pray, and we're like, hey, so
We're like, "Okay,
we want to pray.
It's so funny. But yeah, Brandy nods and is like, thanks. Anything else?
Of course.
I need to know, or?
Just, it's good to center yourself.
Gotcha.
Dara responds best to words of encouragement.
Gotcha. Looks to Aviath and Shui and Theo as well, like, you, mainly Aviath, I guess, like, you, praying too, or? I didn't know Dara was your thing.
Oh, I'm not praying to Dara.
Oh.
You see this woman's kind of head turn a little towards you, and she's like, why are you at the...
Why are you fucking here then, bitch?
Why are you at this church?
Oh, are we not allowed to pray to other gods here? I'm sorry if that's disrespectful.
It's not to Dara, but we aren't just a church for Dara. The Twinkle of Twilight respects all of the deities within it.
Well, thank you for letting me perform my religious practices.
But I said Dara would be okay with it. I didn't say the others would.
Oh.
Solari is a bit, particular.
I see. Okay, I'll pray to Dara, sure. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure Dara and Solari are probably good with Klondike, right?
Claytor.
Right.
It's Claytor,
sorry.
Brandy.
Right, sorry.
If you're going to pray to Solari or Winona, though, well, just Solari, it's good if you don't step into the water to do so.
Thanks for the note.
Yeah, and you can see there are some people who are, like, stepping into those bodies of water to pray. It seems there are very few people who are praying outside. This seems to mostly be a church focused on Dara.
Let's get religious. Here we go. Waddle, waddle, waddle.
Theo, actually, wait, before you do that, Theo
Okay.
kind of grabs his hand and is like, do you want me to come with you?
If you like. Yeah, he will take Theo's hand and walk to one of the ponds.
I go to my own pond.
my pond.
Shui's Pond Part 2.
And she only specified that if you're praying to Solari, not to step onto the water. So Winona is still okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Aviath? You going to a fucking pond?
Nah. He's gonna do the Claytor thing. Gonna pray to Claytor in secret.
Okay.
In secret. I love it.
So you guys can roll religion checks. Aviath, you have disadvantage because you are not in your place of worship. You are in the exact opposite, so...
Aviath is gonna die.
You can get smited right here.
Ooh.
Jesus, Aviath.
Aviath got an 18. With disadvantage.
Oh, I also got an 18. Just base 18. What's my religion score? 0. Okay, 18.
Probably before they walk onto the water, Theo probably looks up at Brandy and is like, I don't know how much support I will be religion-wise. I more so, I guess he puts like a hand up, quote-unquote, like his finger do the quote thing. I more so worship, I guess the universe itself, so...
Yeah, just you know, being here is, more than I can ask for.
Theo smiles, and he's like, of course.
Here we go. Do I get advantage because Theo's here helping me pray?
No.
I don't think so. Fucking hell. 10.
10. Okay.
I'm so sick of this shit.
I will start with...
I didn't roll yet.
Oh, you're praying too?
Oh shit, 20.
Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna fucking... I'm gonna commit
The
Sudoku.
gods just do not want to talk to you. I'm just...
They really don't.
Theo's praying, but it's like, it's not as...
It's not to anyone?
It is to Dara. It's just like, because like specifically this is a way to pray to Dara, but...
He's praying to Dara to interact with Brandy. Like,
you know what? He probably is. He's like, hey, I don't do this often. Thank you for letting me in your presence. And could you talk to Brandy? Thanks.
So we will start with Aviath. So you kind of go off in a corner where you see certain people around with like some of them wearing like sun necklaces or emblems off in the sides, kind of out towards the edges of this area, hands clasped but like their heads up, and you see them like moving their lips, like whispering prayers, and you go over to pray to Claytor. And I would say the way that you pray to Claytor is a lot more like you go and you essentially go down and sit and like put both your hands on the earth when you pray. So it is a little obvious if you want to roll stealth.
Oh, he's great at stealth. His armor normally gives him disadvantage. Would this give him disadvantage?
You would. You're still wearing your armor.
Yeah, I guess his armor would clank so you can hear it. 5.
Okay, yeah. You definitely see people's like eyes raised to you when they see you take a stance that is not traditional of any of the gods of this church to pray. No one really speaks to you, but they definitely seem like, what are you doing? Like, and you do a good prayer. You don't feel anything though, but you feel like you do all of your like rituals and your words of wisdom that you speak, and you say the tenets of your church and things under your breath, and you go through all the motions essentially that you're supposed to, but you don't feel anything. But you're used to that.
Yeah, I was about to say I might have to use the simping. St. George doesn't love him back.
And then you end your prayer as usual with, whenever you're ready, you can answer. And then...
I love you.
And he's just like, I know you love me too, and you're just bad about expressing it. But moving on to Shui, you got an 18 as well. You have that same kind of feeling that you had before when you prayed, that sense of like, kind of confusion rushing over you, like this feeling kind of rushing out to touch you that's almost like not sure what's going on, and you also have that feeling kind of reflected back at you, just this moment of like almost like losing yourself as you pray. Roll a perception check for me real fast.
14 plus 5. What is that?
19.
17? Oh, okay.
19.
Sorry.
You're good. So yeah, you pray and you kind of like tilt your head down as you're praying, and this confusion kind of settles in. And when you are looking down, you see just for a moment, as those ripples extend from where you are sitting or standing, the water turns to that blackness that you see whenever you visit Winona before it spreads back out into the normal water.
Whoa, what was that? Once he's done, he's gonna step off the water. Well, actually, before he steps off the water, he's gonna do a little bounce. Because he's like, oh wow, I'm walking on water. Can I jump on water? Can I do a flip on water? But, yeah, he gets off.
Alright, and so you are praying, Brandy, and it doesn't feel like you really get anything for quite a while as you're standing there. Theo seems to be kind of like lost in thought. For an extended period of time, and for just an instant you feel like you might have had like a presence near you for just an instant.
Dara, wait, no, don't go, no. Okay, no, he would just be
It
like,
is a very nurturing feeling.
hey, Dara, you wonderful god, is that how you do? I don't, they said words of encouragement. I'm looking for answers, and you've already in the past helped us. I'm seeking your guidance again because I have some questions from my own upbringing that I feel like you and the folks up in the keep might be able to help me answer. I'd love to seek out your wisdom again. I feel like it could help on this journey that I'm currently on, I guess. I don't know how to end this. Call me back. Hit me up. I'm on Snapchat. No. No,
My DMs are open.
Yeah, slip into my DMs. No. I would appreciate some assistance, I guess. And then as he finishes and steps off of there, he will look around for a second and then pull out the popper Shui gave him. And then pop it.
Several people flinch.
Hey, Magic Man, call me back. Maybe help me get into the keep too. I feel like I need to talk to you a lot more and I can't get to Arthur right now. And also, do you want me to be a paladin or something? That'd be cool. Anyway.
You can roll another religion check since you're praying to a different god.
Please be good.
Oh my god!
Nat 20?
Natural 20! Look at my brain! Look at you go! You hear like show tunes play in your head as you're praying. Essentially. And that's kind of like the sense that you get that like is like a direct, like, I heard you, essentially. And you get the sense that like you might have a little bit extra help tonight.
Please. Thank you, Magic Man.
The show tunes come back. Da-da-da-da-da. No, okay, no.
For the rest of the day, Brandy's gonna be humming those show tunes.
No, he goes to go to the keep, and he tries to do his secret thing, and then it goes dun 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 dun. God.
It's like, you motherfucker. God.
If you guys want to choose one other thing that you can do for today, you may.
I would say Brandy will go up to Shui, and like once they're all gathered, and it's like, Shui, do you want to... I mean, I know we got like another day beforehand, before the trial, but do you want to go and see if we can talk to Dashi?
He's like wringing his fingers, and he's like, I've been thinking about that all day today, to be honest. The longer I'm here without seeing her, the more I worry that, I don't know, she's just not being treated fairly. So I'd like to see her, if I can today.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be a bad idea to try and See, you at least get an idea of what's going on.
He nods. And I think I need to prepare myself too. They said I'm a witness, but I don't know what to say.
And you don't know what you're a witness to, do you?
No.
Yeah, that might be important to clear up before the trial happens.
You would know from your talk with Cardboard Cutout Man that he did specify that this was like old drama essentially being brought back.
He'd at least like to figure out who died.
We've had a decent amount of time to rest up. I wouldn't mind visiting Dashi.
Of course, I would want to go with what you want to do with this, Shui.
To jail it is.
Hi ho, it's off to jail.
It's off to jail we go.
The sign said turn right for jail. I'm kidding. No.
Don't pass go.
It said I can't collect
Don't
money.
pass go. Do not collect $200. Go straight to jail.
So you guys eventually journey towards the jail. It's not necessarily the most upkept building in the city. It is a place that, usually considering this is an adventuring town, where there are a lot of people who may or may not follow rules to begin with, that it takes a lot for people to actually be held here because there's so many, like, things that are technically illegal that kind of go on here but aren't, like, super bad, so... So it takes a bit for people to... There's a lot of people here who are like, fuck the rich, and just steal shit sometimes. So petty crimes and things tend to not result in actually being persecuted here.
I would know as we go. At one point, Brandy would like sneak into a alleyway as they were walking, just like briefly to recast disguise self, and then rejoin the group.
Okay. So you guys approach, and there are definitely guards stationed outside of this jail, and they see you approaching, and they kind of do the traditional, like, put their spears across to make a cross to be like, what are you doing? Why are you trying to go in?
Hello there, we are there to meet Dashi.
Yeah.
Are you next of kin or close family?
Shui kind of steps forward. I was gonna say... Master Dashi is my master. That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, please do.
You should.
That's so perfect. That's exactly what he would say.
And then I was like, Shui, shut the fuck up. Master Dashi is my master. And she's being tried for something she didn't do. And I'm supposed to be her witness.
Are you next of kin?
Thea, what does that mean?
It means, are you related in the sense of, do her things go to you when she dies?
Yes?
Roll a persuasion check, I
I
guess?
don't he doesn't fucking know.
He's like, I don't know where shit's going.
He
when
doesn't
she
know
dies.
what next of kin is. I don't know.
You can
I
roll
got
a
a
persuasion check for your
I got
ignorance.
a nat 20.
Oh my
but-
god. Because you do seem to genuinely believe that, like, Dashi would give you her things. So you're like, yeah, I'm that. And they kind of look you up and down a bit and squint. And they're just like, you do appear to be from Moonphone, like she is. And they very slowly kind of, like, raise their spears away. And they're like, only you can come in, though, if you're next of kin.
Sorry, Shui.
No, it's okay. Thank you for your help there.
He's kind of young, though, and a scene like that feels like it'd be a lot for him, especially seeing his master in jail. You don't think that you can make an exception for all of us to go with him? We'll be respectful.
You can roll a persuasion check.
Hell yeah, I can. Come on, Brandy, you're supposed to be good at charisma. Come on, my boy. 18.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll a random modifier for them real fast. So they have a +4.
12. Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna roll a thing now. Now they have an 8. So,
Sweet, fuck yeah.
so yeah, they glance at you for a bit and they look at Chewie and they're like, he does seem to be a child. And like nod solemnly at that.
He has a tantrum. He's like, I'm not a child.
Shut up. Shut up.
They believe it more.
Yeah, exactly. You just strengthened their case.
seems to be misbehaving. But yeah.
Am not.
Okay.
I'll keep him under control. Sorry about that. He like pats you on the back. He's like, come on, son, let's go.
You're not my dad. No,
Stop. It's a bitter speech.
He's going through that phase right now.
He's in a rebellious phase.
Do we go too?
I'll say with that, yeah, should just move the story along. I won't have everyone roll a check, but yeah.
Good, because Aviath's Chewie's real dad.
Yeah, that's true.
Be like, this is his godfather. That's Brandy. And this is his other godfather, Theo. No.
He's his godfather, which is ironic, given his whole shit.
My face hurts.
But yeah, you guys make your way inside, the guards escorting you, and you go to the back of the jail. There are other people obviously being held here as well. Some of them kind of get up and like, you know, they're doing like sleazy shit. They're just like, hey, what are you doing here? Like, you know, like people who are like,
what are you doing here?
Obviously are like trying to like talk to the guards as they're coming by, like kind of rile them up a bit. And the guards kind of just, you see one of them raise a hand and like cast silence at them, and all the people behind the cell, and immediately like they all go quiet, but you can still hear them like trying to like rile up the guards, or see them trying to rile up the guards who seem to just be used to this.
Well, they're really good at mime.
Shui says, you can't hear them? I already told you, you have to listen with your heart, not your ears.
You're right.
It seems like those bars in front of them have like these runes carved into them that when the guards raise up their hand, light up, and the spell only seems to go backwards into those cells. Definitely just to quiet the noise of them. Some of them, as you were going past, were definitely like screaming insults and things, and like, you know, it's a way to keep things a little more settled as they go farther into the back, where you eventually find Dashi sitting on a very old bed, kind of has like a blanket folded up on it. She seems to have been here for a while, and she looks over towards your group when they come in. She does not have her normal clothes on, is in like just a plain white gown, essentially, that they probably provided her. And she looks over and she sees Shui and just immediately looks incredibly sad when she sees him, and is just like, Shui, what are you doing here?
Master Dashi? Master Dashi!
Does she look familiar to me at all?
I would say no.
Okay, cool. Thank God.
The guards kind of, when you approach, are just like, you have 5 minutes, and then they walk away.
She runs up to the bars. Are you okay?
She kind of gets up and moves towards the bars and just like puts a hand around one of them, still looking at you very sadly, and she's like, I'm fine, what are you doing here?
I'm here to testify. They sent me a message and said that you killed somebody.
You see panic immediately go on her face, and she's just like, why are they having you come to testify?
I don't know. I don't remember anything. Because you never did it, right?
Of course I didn't. I wouldn't kill a child.
Oh. Yeah, said he was a witness, I guess, from what you told us.
Well, that is ridiculous. He shouldn't be here.
Can I roll an insight check on Dashi?
Sure, if you would like to.
13.
13? She is lying.
Oh, fuck!
Only you would get that, Brandy, because you rolled insight.
Ooh, Brandy's real quiet.
Who died?
Do you remember the Shellwood family, Shui?
He nods, and he's like, I do.
You know that all of them were taken away for treason against the king.
Not all of them. Right?
No, all of them. Fisk, Marsh, the parents, all of them were taken away. You were quite young.
But Marsh
was recently released when it was discovered that she had no clue about what her parents had been plotting. But she was in prison in the Prime Capital for quite a while. I believe she too is coming to testify.
This doesn't make any sense.
And you know Fisk died, right?
Shui is kind of quiet at that. That doesn't have anything to do with you, does it?
Fisk ran away at one point, and I, at the time, was still part of the guard here and was tasked with trying to find him. They say he fell into the sea that night, and there are accusations that I took matters into my own hand and pushed him in.
But even if you did, it wasn't... He tried to kill the king. Or so they say. I don't believe it, but...
I wasn't here anyway. I disagreed with those orders. He is a child. I stayed home in Moonfoam with you.
Inside joke.
Go for it.
She's not inciting because he believes her.
Yeah, he sure does. Oh, fuck. 8.
Dashi. She is lying.
Oh.
You're going to the trial, you said?
I am. And then I'll prove that you didn't do it.
Can you do me a favor, Shui?
Of course.
The judge in this city has a very special spark. At the beginning of every trial, they cast a spell. Are you familiar with Zone of Truth?
Yes.
The way the system works here is there are penalties and reductions in place in order to leave the room free of charges. You have to leave with no penalties according to the testified accounts of others. And Zone of Truth is one of the things that they cast that count for penalties. I need you to try and succeed on that so it doesn't work on you. Can you do that for me?
Okay. I can try. No, I'll do it. I'll resist for you.
You shouldn't be here to begin with.
And neither should you.
Of course. You hear the guards kind of start to walk back at that, and they're starting to come back to approach you. And she looks over and she's like, well, I'll talk to them, see if maybe I can get you out of this. She says behind the bars.
She's like, I don't want to leave without you.
She looks over and she smiles at him, and she's just like, you've grown into quite the young sword singer. I don't quite think you need me anymore.
He's quiet at that. All the words he had to say are just gone now. He's like, wait.
And the guards approach at that. Your time's up.
Wait. Like, 2 more minutes, please.
Your time's up. And they put one of their spears in front of the gates, and they're like, no extensions, no exceptions.
He kind of grits his teeth. I swear I'll get you out of here, Master Dashi.
She smiles at you and waves a little bit, and she's like, it was good to see you, Shui. I'll see you in a few days. When I get out of here. She adds at the end.
Shui gives her a reassuring smile. Walks away, but he doesn't his eyes don't leave hers.
I'd like Brandy to be the last one to leave, please.
Okay. The guards start to escort you out, though.
Like, as he watches Shui, walk away far enough, as people are starting to walk off, he'll look to Dashi and just be like,
Shui says you're a real good master and a good person.
I try to be.
I just hope that you, think real hard about your answers tomorrow, or the day after.
I've thought a lot about them.
Well, I hope they're right.
She kind of smiles at you, and she's just like I said, wouldn't kill a child.
Well, a lot can change over the years.
And he just kind of gives a nod and leaves.
Alright, you guys exit.
Ooh, boy.
So as soon as they exit, Viath kind of turns to Brandy and Theo and is like, was there something that I misunderstood? Is there a particular reason why Shui has to resist Zone of Truth?
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
He has nothing to lie about, I would think. I would hope.
Exactly.
Right. That's what I was wondering too.
My thinking is,
the judge's spark might be able to make other people only speak the truths that Dashi knows, perhaps, or something like that. So Shui might accidentally give away that she may have hurt that kid.
I don't like this idea of trying to avoid complying with the law.
She did also just describe a system of penalties and reductions for how the law here works.
Some of the things she was saying didn't sound right. Didn't seem like she fully believed what she was saying herself. I don't want to make any assumptions, but I think there's a little bit more to this case than Dashi is letting us know. There might be a little more truth to the accusations than Shui knows. I can't confirm anything, obviously. I don't know what happened, but she was not telling the whole truth in there.
Well, that's concerning. Shui, he turns over to Shui.
Hey, don't leave it right now. I think we should think about this before we tell Shui anything. I think we need to get more answers, maybe. See if we can. She said she worked for the guards. See if we can talk with some of them, maybe.
I just don't like I don't like Shui being told to resist Zone of Truth in the court of law.
I know. I think we should wait till tomorrow to make a decision on this. Once we have a little bit more info. Before we tell Shui what he should and shouldn't do.
And if it's a spark, it might not be the kind of Zone of Truth that we know.
Exactly.
Very well then, I'll trust your judgment on this.
Trust me, if she is guilty, then I think she should atone for what she did, but I don't want to believe that it's as cut and dry as she killed that child just because. I'd rather believe that maybe she didn't do it, or I don't know. It's hard to I don't know. I don't want to pass judgment too quickly.
Same here. I don't think she did such a thing. I think there's some other reason why she doesn't want to comply with the law. Possibly just doesn't trust authority.
I hope you're right.
Theo goes up to Shui. How you doing, Shui?
Oh, Theo. I'm fine. He looks determined to get Dashi out.
You're fine?
Now that I spoke with Master Dashi, and now that she's okay, I believe her. I don't think she did it.
Theo has a look of sympathy on his face.
Pity. This poor dumb child.
Pity,
no.
yeah, that's what it is, pity. He has a look of pity on his face. Okay, and, is there anything I can do for you, maybe? I know this is a lot for you, even with new determination. If you need to talk to anyone, or let any nerves out, I'll be here for you, okay?
Thank you, Theo. But, I mean it. I'm fine. Now more than ever, I want to be there for Master Dashi, since she was always there for me.
A very, noble wish. I'm sure it's not lost on her.
Oh, where'd everyone else go?
Oh, they were just talking. I just wanted to check up on you.
Howdy. Walks out.
Howdy, Brandy. What'd you talk about?
Oh, out of time a shoe.
How did
Does his shoe have shoelaces?
No.
Sure don't.
Oh, I can show you. Wait. Oh, I don't know how to tie.
Shoey. Yeah, you wear sandals, huh? Yeah.
Theo's like giggling off to the side. He's like, thank God, it's just fucking jokes now.
Yeah. Yeah, wanna go grab something to eat, maybe prepare for the night then?
Sounds good to me.
Great.
You bitches are sneaky, trying to distract them with food. How dare you?
Yeah. And as they're about to like leave, as everybody's gonna like start walking off, Brandy will lean to like look to one of the guards and be like, "Do you know anybody who was a guard around the time Dashi was one?"
They both kind of look at each other and then look back, and they were just like, "No, King Larkspur has changed out the guards recently."
You don't know anybody who might have been there around that time?
The best bet if you're looking for witnesses would be the docks.
Docks. Anybody there I should talk to?
They both look at each other again and look back and shrug. We're not familiar with the case.
Insight on these fuckers.
Okay.
10.
They seem to be telling the truth.
He just nods. He's like,
Appreciate it. Thanks for letting us in.
Of course. Keep a better eye on your son.
Yeah. We're dried. You wouldn't happen to have the, as grim as it is to say, the body still?
No, we don't know where it is. It fell into the sea.
Not even just nothing, huh?
They kind of glance at each other again, and they're like, there are rumors
Of?
that the boy who fell into the sea years ago is now on the ship on this line of the ocean.
Oh, shit. I say, thank you. I appreciate that.
Just rumors, we're sure, though.
Right. Yeah, of course.
gulps as he will walk off and join up with the others. Could we end it on the scene trying to go to the fucking Jackrabbit's Keep to see if we even fucking do it?
Sure, if that's what you wanted to do. You have today, and then you have tomorrow night as well. So even if you fail, you have one more try.
Yeah.
Before the trial.
It would be neat to see.
So yeah, you guys go and you eat food before kind of like getting yourselves ready and prepared to try and go to the Jackrabbit's Keep tonight. And you eventually go out and you head to the docks, and all of you can roll perception checks for me real fast.
Perception. Oh yeah, Theo's perception is jacked.
Please, Theo, see the things.
I hope. 20.
Damn,
20.
boy.
15.
4.
I do not perceive.
I don't wish to perceive.
Okay, so you all are kind of on the shore looking out into the ocean as you're preparing to try and go to Jackrabbit's Keep, and all of you can hear just the same kind of sound that Brandy heard the night before. Specifically, one person singing kind of far off onto the ocean. So the 15 and the 19, you guys can see kind of the same thing that Brandy saw the night before. The tails kind of coming up out of the ocean, swimming towards kind of closer to shore, and the larger tail coming up out of the water. Theo, looking at that a little closer, it looks like they're running away, those smaller tails, from whatever that bigger tail is.
Ooh. Spooky.
Theo grimaces as he's like, oh, nature. I love you, nature, but sometimes.
Man.
All right, and then Brandy, you are the one who was trying to go to the keep, so...
All right.
I mean, we're all trying to go.
Yeah.
Brandy was the one who did extra good prayer, though, so he would. I would let you know he would get advantage on this roll.
Hell yeah.
So that's the difference if he wants to be the one to roll.
Yeah, I'll give it a try. Yeah, he looks to everybody and he's like,
Well, don't listen. Oh, keep those ears plugged. Haha.
okay. He'll walk up to the dock, look up at the moon. And just once again, he'll say,
I used to live in the town Foalar.
Okay, you can go ahead and roll.
oh, please be better than that. Fuck, dude. 13.
I would say there is like a bit of hesitation as you're waiting and you're like, shoot, I guess like this didn't fucking work or whatever before. Eventually you do see very slowly kind of like a star shooting across the sky and moving very quickly toward you
thank God.
as you see the familiar figure of Nather standing in front of you and just being like,
Little bit of bad luck there.
Yeah, I'm not particularly good at this whole thing.
Your whispers kind of get lost in the sea.
Yeah, I'm pretty quiet.
Well, let's go then.
thank you to our patrons, Vessel, Mr. Bakudan, and Jessica Long. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to leave a like and comment down below. And if you haven't checked it out already, we have an extra content playlist full of animations, memes, and now the occasional blooper. It's linked at the end of the outro. Check it out. We'll see you next week, fellow Sparks.
I wanna taste your content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption.